So good morning once again. Welcome to Backyard Yoga. We'll be starting in child's pose on our mats. And so the knees can be together or they may be wide. Big toes can also come together, and let those hips sink back. Arms can be long out in front of you. Bring the forehead to the earth. If the forehead is not reaching the earth, you can stack fists, use a block, stack hands. But trying to just really surrender down into this shape, settling in, and let's do some cleansing breaths. So take a big inhale through the nose, feel the belly rise and expand, and then open the mouth, sigh it out, let it go. 2 more times, just like that, just settling in, arriving here on your mat. And 1 more. Letting go of the breath. Allowing the muscles and bones to be heavy. Just really surrendering down into the earth. You are exactly where you need to be in this moment. And as you're allowing yourself to get heavier, just connect into this moment. I'll share some words of wisdom, 7 steps to happiness. Think less, feel more. Frown less, smile more. Judge less, accept more. Watch less, do more. Complain less, appreciate more. Fear less, love more. And perhaps one of these steps resonated with you. There's one of these steps or characteristics that you want to have more of in your life. Feeling more, smiling more, maybe accepting the current situation more, which can be really hard to do. Appreciating more, having more gratitude for all the good things. Loving more. So if something resonated with you this morning, taking that into your practice. Staying in this shape. On the next inhale, allow the belly to expand in all directions. Feel the ribs expand. Maybe you feel them pressing into your thighs, your collarbones spread, heart lifts. Open the mouth, and it's like you're fogging up a mirror on your mat. Fog it out, constrict the throat. Inhale again through the nose, belly, ribs, collarbones. Open the mouth, constrict the throat. Try to fog up that mirror. Allow the lips to close, but continue with this breath of constricting the throat. And just play an experiment with it here. If you're not quite sure, that's okay. Just keeping this long and fluid breath throughout class will keep the nervous system in that rest and digest. Help us to stay calm and focused, even as we build some heat and move in the body. So 2 more rounds of breath in this child's pose, breathing into the belly, ribs, collarbones. Exhale through the nose in the reverse. Really squeezing out the breath. Belly comes into spine as you exhale. And 1 more time. And squeezing out the breath as you deflate. Now pressing into the palms as you inhale, lift yourself up to tabletop position, hands and knees. Finding your alignment, knees underneath the hips, wrists underneath the shoulders. Spread the fingers nice and wide. Press into the tops of the feet. And as you exhale, let the tailbone tuck under. Belly pulls in. Let shoulder blades spread apart. Let the chin tuck to the chest. Squeeze out the breath. Flexing the spine, finding your kitty cat this morning. As you inhale, let the tailbone tip up. Feel the belly stretch. Imagine pulling the heart between the upper arms. Look up, gaze up. Extend, extend, extend. Open your heart. Breathe in. One more sip of breath. And then exhale back into your cat. So we're connecting our breath with movement. As you begin to inhale, tailbone tips. Feel a wave come up your spine as the belly stretches and then the neck finally looks up. As you exhale again, tuck the tail, rounding, squeezing out, shoulder blades come apart. If you'd like, you can turn your fingertips out to the sides, getting into those wrists, or even point the fingers towards the knees. So you find your level. You can even bend the elbows, circle the hips, but stay with this flexion and extension, or think of it more as you're inhaling, you're expanding. What does your body want to do in tabletop when you expand? And what does it want to do when you contract? Just playing here. And trying to listen to my voice, just following my voice. I know from time to time you may need to peek up at the screen, but just with yoga, we really want to move from the inside out and do what feels good. So that's where you're your best teacher and you're invited to override me at any point. We're all showing up here with different histories, different surgeries or injuries or different needs. So really honoring that moment to moment. If your fingers are flipped towards your knees, point them towards the top of the mat. And then inhale your right arm nice and high. Follow with your eyes. Look up, look up. As you exhale, we're going to thread the needle. Take that hand underneath the left armpit. Come to lay on your left or right temple and right shoulder. Slide the left hand down towards your chest and spiral and look up at the heavens. Look up, up, up. You can stay here or extend your left leg straight back, hovering it, or even extend it out to the side, pressing into the balls of the feet. Just reaching through the hips. So finding your level here. Feel an opening in the shoulder, and then if you're really spiraling, feeling an opening in the left side of the chest. If your leg is extended, bring the left knee back. Press into the left palm and slowly inhale, unwind, reach up, stretch, 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 look up, breathe in. Exhale, plant that right hand down. Let's just make some circles on the hands and knees. So as you inhale, come forward. As you exhale, hips come back. And they can even come to touch your heels if you want. So small circles, large circles. I like to even bend my elbows a little bit and then switch directions. Notice as you're inhaling, you're coming forward. As you're exhaling, as you're squeezing out, hips to heels. Very nice. Back to your tabletop position. Inhale, left arm up nice and high. We're going to thread the needle on this side. On the exhale, take the hand underneath the right armpit. Come onto the outside of the left shoulder. That might be right where you're at, just right there. You can slide your right hand down a little bit and then press into that right hand to try to spiral your chest up to the heavens, squeezing the shoulder blades in, just giving yourself a little more there. Also option to extend your right leg back, toes stay on the earth, or even your right leg out to the side, or you can float that leg up and really flex through the heel, reaching. And staying with that breath, smiling more, doing more. We're doing yoga this morning. We're taking care of our bodies. As you feel complete there, if your leg is lifted, bring the knee back down. Press into that right palm, unwind yourself, reach that left arm up again, up, 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 and then exhale, hand down. Bring the knees together. So you're in this tabletop position, but you're squeezing your knees together. Squeeze your thighs together, breathe in, lengthen through the spine, and as you exhale, let your hips drop over to the right as you look over the left shoulder. Inhale, come back to center. Let those hips drop over to the left as you look over the right shoulder. Inhale, back to center, and just drop that side to side. If your wrists are feeling a little tender today, you can come onto forearms, which is opening up through the low back, getting into the outside of the hips here. It should feel good. It should feel good. Pausing that, coming back to your tabletop position. Extend your right leg straight back, so it's parallel to the earth, and flex the foot. Allow the pelvic floor to lift in and up, and allow the belly to lift in and up so your core is working and your hip is not popping up. It's pointing straight down. So if you had flashlights on the front of your hip bones, those would be pointing straight back down. You can stay here or creep your left fingertips forward. Maybe they stay on the earth or forward there. Or as you inhale, rise your arm up, thumb pointing up towards the heavens, and stretch yourself apart. It's a tug of war. Breathing here, hugging the organs in. Feel the shoulder blades slide down the back. Feel the crown of the head reaching forward, your tailbone's reaching back, and you're stretching, stretching, stretching. On the next exhale, bring your right heel towards your right glute, and then take that left hand, sweep it out to the left, and see if you can clasp your right foot, finding your shoelaces. And if you're not quite able to get there, that's okay, just reach back here. If you are able to get there, kick into that foot, open through the right quad. Feel a stretch in the left shoulder and chest, and feel those right toes grow taller up towards the heavens. Keep that belly in, protect the low back, strengthen your core. One more big inhale. Exhale, slowly release that down. Make some barrel rolls if you want, or hip circles, barrel rolls where you're just rolling your torso around. Let that head just hang and go. Shake it yes, shake it no. And we'll come to the other side. This time, let's really make sure we have that nice flat tabletop. So pelvic floor is in and up, belly's in and up. See that the hips are square. And then without moving your torso, keeping that strong core, square hips, let those the left leg really reach straight back. It's coming straight out. It's like you're standing on a wall behind you, if there was a wall behind you. Feel the strength of the core, hug it in. Notice as you inhale, you lengthen through the crown of the head, you're looking straight down. As you exhale, squeeze the belly. On the next inhale, creep those right fingertips forward. They can stay there or they can float up. Tug of war on this side. Breathing here, tiger balance. If you feel that your finger and your shoulder's coming out of its socket on the right side, let that shoulder come down. So the shoulder blade is pulling down, but then the fingertips are reaching forward. So it's this opposite sensation. And then that back heel is flexed and reaching back. 2 more breaths here. You have this. Accepting this moment just as it is. On the next inhale, bring your left heel towards your left glute and then sweep your right hand around. Maybe it's gonna hold on here. You could also use a hand towel, kind of like a strap if you wanted to grab that foot. Kick into that foot, open that right shoulder and chest. Breathe here, hug those organs in. 2 more breaths. 1 more beautiful breath. And then release that down and do the opposite child's pose that you did before. So if you had wide kneed last time, keep the knees together and let the hips sink back. Let your forehead rest on the earth and just gently rock it side to side, massaging that third eye, that intuition, that connection to your higher power, that higher being. Also calming your nervous system by putting pressure there. And let's take our arms long by our sides as well. So arms long by the sides, palms facing up. Just let the shoulders round and surrender. We did some good work with those shoulders. It feels good to circulate your wrists in one direction and the other. Do that. And knowing you can come to this child's pose at any point during class or any other shape that serves you. This is a breathing class. All you need to do is keep breathing and stay present on your mat best you can. On the next inhale, bring the hands forward, press up to tabletop position, and then step your feet between your hands, coming into a nice forward fold. Feet can be hip-width distance apart. Bend the knees as much as you need to get your belly to rest on your thighs. And then let the head just drop off. Let it fall off. Gaze between the thighs, gaze behind you. Practice bending and straightening the legs just a little bit, but just bending as much as you need to, especially if you have tight hamstrings. I want to feel a long, extended spine. If you want more, take your hands in the crooks of the elbow. It's a ragdoll here. You can even kind of let your torso sway and shake side to side. You control. And let's switch the crossing of the elbows. If you had your hands in the crooks of the elbows, just switch it to be the other way. And then release the hands back to the earth if they're not there. And creep your hands over to the left side. Just take them over to the left, to the outside of the left foot, looking to the left, but then feeling your right hip and navel pull back. Feel a nice stretch along that right side body. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, creep the hands, both hands over to the right side. Still let the head be heavy, and then pull that left hip and navel in and back. Notice where you feel the stretch. Inhale, come back to center. Heel to your feet so that they're wider than your hips. Bend your knees, drop your butt down, and take your forearms onto your thighs. Palms are facing up. So you're in camper squat or public toilet pose here. So here we are. I usually get a laugh of that one in class. So first what I want you to do is really inhale and lengthen the spine, get long, and then as you exhale, squeeze and hollow out the belly. And do that again. Inhale, lengthen the spine, and as you exhale, just exaggerate that squeezing of the belly. Now you have the option to add the arms. Let's start with one arm. Inhale, reach your right arm forward. Exhale, bring that right arm into a goal post behind you as you squeeze and hollow out the belly. It's almost like a lat pull down. Inhale, reach your arm forward. Exhale, squeeze the elbow behind you. Let's go to the other arm. Inhale, reach the arm forward. Exhale, squeeze. And let your legs support your body here. The strong muscles of the legs. Your low back should not be hurting. And maybe you want to try both arms. So let's try both arms if you'd like. 5 breaths here, wherever you're at. Both arms, one arm, no arm. Inhale, you're reaching, stretching, sink a little more in the hips. Exhale, elbows squeeze behind you. Inhale, reach and squeeze. Reach, hollow out. 2 more, you have this. Breathe in, squeeze it out. And 1 more, and squeeze it out. Forward fold, let it go. Heel to the feet underneath the hips and just rock side to side. On the next inhale, you half lift, lengthening your spine. Take your hands to your shins. Press your hands into your shins so that the crown of the head can reach forward and the hips can reach back. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Broaden through the collarbones. Shift more weight into the balls of the feet. On the exhale, just drape and fold forward. Let it go. We'll do that 2 more times. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Half lift, spread yourself apart. Firm the belly. Exhale, drape even further down, undulating the spine down. Look between the thighs. Inhale, lengthen, squeeze, and then let it go. Let's see if we can get even more in half here. This time as you inhale, begin to rise. Take the arms out to the side and then lift all the way up, 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 straightening the legs. Pressing the palms together. Exhale, hands to heart center. And let that go. You give yourself a little shake here. Just acclimating to standing. We'll do the breath of joy. So the breath of joy will be 3 inhales through the nose. So you're going to breathe in. And then 1 exhale through the mouth. And you can make a sound or not. It's totally up to you. But breath of joy is to release any energy that's not serving you, any fear, any doubt, so we can let the goodness come in. And so we're going to add some arm movements to this as well. If you have high blood pressure or this more vigorous breath is not working for you today, you can just do some sun breaths where you inhale, reach the arms up, exhale the arms down. Otherwise, here we go. We're going to inhale the arms straight out in front, smile on your face. We're going to smile more. Remember, frown less. I think my kids would appreciate that from me. And then you're going to inhale again, arms out to the side into a T, strong T. And then you're going to inhale, reach your arms up. You can even look up if you want. And then exhale, you're just going to let the arms drop down. You can even bend the knees and just let that go. So it's going to look like this. Breathe in, and out. And I'm going to unmute you guys because I want to hear it. I know that we're holding on to stuff that we need to let go of here. I'm unmuting you guys. So let's do this. We're going to do this together. And it can be small movements. It can be big. So let me hear you guys. Let your friends hear you. Us Brook Shaders, we got this. Like, Maria, I didn't sign up for this today, okay? You're not supposed to make sounds in yoga. It's all good, my friends. All right, I'll unmute you, but keep going. Couple more rounds, couple more grounds. All right, you're muted now, so no one can hear what you're doing. Let's see here, we're muted. Awesome. Awesome. 1 more, in, out, and then breathe in, tippy toes. Come up onto the tippy toes, still breathing in, still breathing in. One more sip of breath. Look up, pulling all the grace you need today. And then exhale, heels down, let it go. Dive inside, close your eyes. One hand's on your heart, one on your belly. Just let it go. The regret, disappointment, feeling empty, letting that stuff go. Let it all go. Can you hear it? That's the sound of me walking out of this prison cell. Let it go. You get to choose. You choose your thoughts. You choose your feelings. You choose how you react to yourself, react to situations. It's yoga that can help us to choose better. And it's that love inside of you, that authentic self, that higher being, whatever that is for you. So let's come to the top of the mat. We're going to flow to this song. We're going to do some half sun salutations. Top of the mat. Inhale, reach the arms out to the sides, up overhead. Look up, stretch up. Exhale, go up and over a giant beach ball to the right. Up and over a giant beach ball to the right. Look up if you want. Inhale, bring you up. Exhale, up and over a giant beach ball to the left. Feel the stretch in the right side body. Inhale, bring yourself up. Take your hands to your hips, squeeze your belly and your butt, bend your knees a little bit and lean back. Nice back bend. Open that front body, open your heart. Inhale, lengthen up, reach up. Exhale, swan dive, or you can have your hands on your legs, fold forward, let it go. Look between the knees. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, back up, 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 up. Press the hands together, heart center. We're gonna do that a few times. Inhale, reach up and over to the right. Inhale, get tall. Exhale, up and over to the left. Inhale, tall. Exhale, back bend. Maybe you wanna goal post the arms this time. Inhale, get tall. Exhale, fold forward all the way down. Let it go. Inhale, shine your heart, half lift, firm belly. Exhale, fold. Inhale, back up to standing. Press palms together, heart center. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, up and over to the right. Stretch your side body. Inhale up and over other side. Inhale up. Exhale, little back bend. Inhale up. Exhale, dive down. Half lift. Fold, let it go. Root to rise. Hands to prayer. Very nice. Let's do that one more time on your own. So inhale, just breathe up, reach up. Find the sensations in the sides. Your breath, your movement. That back bend. Diving down. Folding, come back up. One more time for me, one more time. And if you're not sure on the sequence or what you're doing, just breathe and move, even if it's sun breaths. Make it up as you go. Make it up as you go. One more time, one more time. Yeah, nice, Kristen. Nice. Very nice. And landing back in your Tadasana, your mountain pose at the top of the mat. Just closing the eyes, diving inside. Notice any shift in energy since you first arrived. Yoga is fitness in body, kindness in heart, calmness in mind, and being in the present moment. You can choose to feel more, smile more, accept more, do more, be more, appreciate more, and love more. What do you need more of today? Gently open the eyes and take a nice big step back with your left foot and lunge into that right knee. And we're going into warrior 2 here. We're gonna work on these legs a little bit. See that the knee's over the ankle and then you're on a tight rope. So your right heel would bisect your back arch. Inhale those arms up, those strong arms up that carry you, that have carried so much in your life. gratitude for these arms. Turn the palms up. Feel the shoulder blades slide down the back. Give your neck some space. Look over that right middle finger. Squeeze the arm muscles to the arm bones. Breathe in. Lunge a little more. And then think about your pubic bone tipping up a little bit. Belly's in, ribs are in. So we don't want to be kind of spilling out. Pubic bone's tipped up a little bit. Belly's in, ribs are in. So we're integrated ourselves. Inhale, stretch the arms even more. As you exhale, let that left arm come up. The right arm come up, left arm slide down. Your legs are in cement. You're just reversing your warrior, exalting your warrior. You can look up at your right palm or down at the left foot. What's better for your neck? Lunge, stay lunged. Our legs are in cement. Feel that stretch in the right side body. Open up, trim your waist. Hopefully we'll be swimming at the Brookshade pool and we can show off our bikinis, and we want to trim our waist here. As you inhale, come back to that warrior two, those teed arms. Extra breath here. Lunge a little bit more. Press into the four corners of the feet. Let those large muscle groups hold you. As you exhale, bend your front elbow. Take your right forearm to your right thigh and reach that left arm up and over, lateral side angle. Look underneath the left palm. Make sure your hips didn't come up. Keep them pressing down. Nice long angle on the left side. If you want more, you can take your right hand even to the earth or to a block. Feeling my quads today. Stay with me. Really press into the outside of the left foot. Stretch that left side body. As you inhale, come back to warrior two. We're gonna flow with this. As you exhale, exalt your warrior. Lean back, reverse warrior. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, bend the front elbow. Lateral side angle. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, lean back. Right side body open. Inhale, T-arms. Exhale, left side body stretches. One more time. Move with your breath. Notice as you inhale, you're finding the T. As you exhale, you're either leaning back or leaning forward. Make it graceful, make it beautiful. Feel the sensation. We don't use shapes to get into our bodies. We use our bodies to get into... No, we use shapes to get into our bodies. That's what we do. We're using these shapes to feel and sensation. And let's land back in that warrior two. Let's land in that warrior two. So often we want to run away from the uncomfortable feelings, or a lot of times we only pay attention to our bodies when we're in pain, right? But it's by paying attention to our body and sensations that we can really know, how am I doing? What is the next nourishing thing for me to do? How do I react to this challenge? Where am I feeling it in my body? On the next inhale, I know your legs must be burning. Straightening that front leg, take your hands to your hips, and let's pigeon toe our feet. We're gonna take a nice juicy forward fold. If you need to bend your knees a little bit, you can, but hands are on your hips. Squeeze the elbows behind you. Feel your chest pop open, and then look up. Find a long spine. As you exhale, hinge at the hips, leading with your chest. Lead with your chest. I want a nice long spine. Lead, 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 and let the head fall off. Shift more weight into the balls of the feet, and then release the hands underneath the shoulders. Let the fingertips line up with toe tips. Press into the hands to support yourself and allow your hips to tip forward. I promise you won't fall. Your hands are there to protect you. Fear can come up in this pose as we tip forward. So just trust yourself, stay with it. On the inhale, half lift here with wide-legged, nice wide legs. And then exhale, yogi walk your hands to the left side. Right hand stays on the mat or comes to the outside of the right ankle or foot, and the left arm lifts up, nice twist. Hug that belly in more so you can twist more. Keep the space between the ears and the shoulders. Look up if that feels good. Give your neck some love here. The next exhale, release that down. Yogi walk your hands over to the other side. So left hand can stay on the mat or reach for the outside of the right foot or the ankle, and then lift your right arm straight up, twisting here, looking up. Still folding in half, so let the belly come close to the thighs. Spread the sit bones wide, lift them up to the heavens. One more big inhale. Exhale, release. Hands underneath the shoulders again. Maybe bend the knees a little bit. See if your head can get a little bit closer to the earth. Look between the legs at where the wall behind you meets the ceiling. So really folding yourself in half. Inhale, half lift. Take your hands to your hips. Exhale here, breathe out, and inhale with your torso all the way up, 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 up. Now turn your back foot, your left foot towards the back of the room and lunge into it. Find your warrior two arms. Really nice. Sink into it. Get low in those legs, and then they're going to be in cement. We're going to stay there again. We're going to do the same thing on this side. Let's find that alignment, though. Pelvic floor is lifted, pubic bones tipping up, bellies and ribs are in. Inhale, reach through those arms. Exhale, turn the left palm up and lean back. Reverse your warrior. Squeeze it out. Couple breaths here this time. You can look up, you can look down. Stretch them out apart like taffy. Build strength in your legs. Choosing to smile, to accept, to be, to appreciate, to love. Use that full next inhale to make your way back into warrior two. So breathing in at the end of the inhale, you're fully extended. And then as you exhale, bend the front arm and reach that right arm up and over, lateral side angle, Parsva Konasana in Sanskrit. Stretch your whole right side body. Reach, reach, reach. Feels good. Open up. You could even take your right shoulder back a little bit and spiral your chest up so we're opening our heart as well, rather than collapsing. So let that right shoulder blade hug on the back and open up. You can also look under your right palm. Your bicep is by your ear here, but listening to your body. On the next inhale, from the belly, press into the feet, bring the arms back into the T. The legs are the same. Ooh, my legs got a little lower that time. I'm feeling it, but I'm gonna stay with it. Let's flow. Inhale, spread, reach. Exhale, lean back. Find more length with each movement. Inhale, reach, T the arms. You're getting wider each time. Exhale, lateral side angle. Find it. Inhale, reach, T the arms. Exhale, lean back. Each time your torso is reaching more out of your pelvis, teeing the arms, lateral side angle. Move through that 2 times for me. Keep moving and breathing. Beautiful, ladies. Next time you're in warrior two, stay in warrior two. And let's take warrior two to face the top of the mat, and then pick up your back heel and square the hips. Take your hands to your hips, and then let's step the feet together. All right, our legs should be feeling kind of good. If you want to give a little shimmy or a little shake, or just kind of moving that energy. Let's build some strength and balance and concentration during this time, especially if you have little ones at home, or you're also working and then there's more people in the house and there's a lot more moving parts, and so we can be distracted and moved in all these different directions and all this multitasking. So this will help your concentration. Take your hands to your hips, see that your feet are hip width distance apart, and imagine that your lower legs are filled with sand, and take all the sand from the right foot and put it in the left foot. So now you're just on your left foot. Allow the right heel to come up. See that your core is in and your hips are square. And then as you breathe in, let that right leg just gracefully rise up so that the right side is parallel to the earth. But just relax your ankle. In fact, maybe make some circles with that ankle in one direction or the other. Maybe you have an old injury there in your ankle or your foot that you need to give some love to. And let your arms come up, but let your elbows and wrists be soft. This is called Balasukasana, crane pose. We went to the Greenway. It was our first time going over there to bike, and we saw this beautiful blue heron. So beautiful. And then let your crane fly. Let your crane fly. And let's flex our right foot. So your leg can be firm, but you're letting your crane fly. But let your heart lift. Let the belly scoop in and up. Let the crown of the head also lift. Get a little bit taller. Fly your cranes, beautiful cranes. Now take your right hand over to your right ankle and take the right foot onto the standing leg. So we're moving into tree pose now. So for some of us, you might have your foot down on the earth with the heel on the left ankle. Others might be on the calf, just anywhere except on the knee joint. I don't want it on the knee joint. And wherever it is, I want there to be energy there. So you need, if it's on your thigh, you need to firm your left thigh as well so that you're not slipping off. So you're pressing in. Hands can be on the hips for now. And then think about this knee, this bent right knee. Imagine it pressing back, down, and in. Energy, dynamic energy. Bring your hands to your heart. And then lift and grow your branches. Grow your tree. If you want to challenge, look up. If you want to challenge, close your eyes. If you're on carpet and you're used to being on a hard surface, or if you're on grass like me, it's more challenging. Yeah. You're building strength in your ankle, those twitching muscles. I am here. If you need a mantra, I am here. Or take that intention that you're needing more of. I am happy. I am present. Now slowly take your right knee and point it straight ahead so you're back sort of into this crane, but then cross your right ankle above your left knee. Bring your hands to heart center. You're going to sit into a one-legged chair, sort of like a figure 4 chair. Now, if this is not where you want to be today, you can stay in your tree. But you may be feeling some goodness, some juiciness in that left glute. Flex that right foot. Maybe you want to get a little bit lower. For you, maybe you want to reach your arms up along your ears. Yeah, or even take them into a V, victory. Victory over your mind right now because you're in your body and you're at peace. 3 more breaths. I know we're working here. 3 more breaths. Yes. Sink a little lower. 2, 1, slowly straighten up. And release that out. You might want to stretch the quad on the left foot, just reaching for the heel there. Pound it out a little bit. Let that go. All right, you guys ready for the other side? Give me a thumbs up. Yeah? Okay. So in yoga and in life, a lot of it is about balance. We want to balance out our sides. Although for me, one of my sides is stronger than the other. So I try to work my weaker side longer and harder than the other. Just something to be aware of. Okay, so take your hands on your hips. Find your mountain pose. Spread the 4 corners of the feet or planting down, toes are spread. And then shift all that sand into the other leg, which is my right leg, which probably looks like my left. I'm not mirroring you guys today. And then when you feel solid there, your hips aren't gonna like tip up when you lift that leg because you're using your core. And you're gonna just let that left knee, left thigh float up. Not easy. Not easy. Where's your crane wings? Find them there. Flex that left foot. Suction the pelvic floor up. Let's fight gravity here. Let that pelvic floor suction up. Belly's in and up, but ribs are still also integrating and pulling in. Broaden the collarbones, relax the shoulders, and fly your crane. Fly your crane. Lift your left knee a little bit higher. Lift your heart a little bit higher. With the crown of the head, so the highest part of your head lifts a little bit, chin tucks a little bit. A lot of times our chin is sticking out. It jets out a little bit. We want to find more length back here, lengthen the back of the neck. Lift a little bit higher, breathe in. Then left hand's going to find the left ankle, or you can just take it right down into that little kickstand. Find your tree leg on this side. Now remember, firm your right thigh if you're on your thigh. I like to bring my hands to heart center just to kind of pull all that energy in. Let that bent left knee press back out and in. Notice any shifts in your standing ankle, and then glow your tree. Grow your tree. Glow your tree. I like that. We can glow the tree. We can grow the tree. Reach through the fingertips. Get big and broad. Take up as much space as you can in this moment. Yeah, shine your light. I'm learning how to do that. I'm learning how to live a bigger, brighter life. And part of that is through the yoga health coaching training I'm doing. It's scary. It's not easy, but we can do it physically. And then that helps our mind also to do it. So they've done studies. There's an awesome TED chart where if you take your arms up into victory, or even find like that Wonder Woman pose, hands on the hips, we're in victory right now, that it automatically raises your confidence and your ability to give a good speech or just to feel good and ready for anything. Yeah. So maybe when you're being pulled down or the stress is high at home, you can just throw your arms into a V and say, hey kids, let's do this. Victory, victory breath. Let's do 3 more victory breaths. In through the nose, out through the nose. Let your heart really open. 2. And 1 more. Inhale, inhale, get big, big, big. And then let the left knee come forward and slowly with control, release it, let it go. Let it go. All right. Coming to the top of the mat, take that left foot and take a giant step back, hands on your hips, bend your right knee, crescent lunge. So this is our nice lunge, and we're just going to build a little more heat before we go down to the earth. Take the arms out to the side, bring your fingertips in towards your hands, thumbs are pointing up, so you're giving yourself a thumbs up. You're giving this moment a thumbs up. If you want a little bit more, lift your right heel. It's like I could slide a book underneath your right foot, and then you can also make some circles with your wrists if you'd like. I'm going to try to find this song here with my there it is. Okay. And remember, belly's in, ribs in, tailbone, pubic bone tipped a little bit, space in the tailbone. Lift that heel up. And maybe your right leg is sort of like a typewriter, and that's good. That's good. Because we have to challenge ourselves to change ourselves. We got to push that edge. Yes, I can. Let's inhale, bring the arms up along the sides of the ears. Let the shoulders come down. Wow, my leg is shaking. Is yours? Pick that heel up, stretch the mat apart like taffy. Yeah, sink a little bit lower. And just breathe, maybe close the eyes, dive inside. This is your opportunity to stay when you want to leave. That's the yoga. Yoga is when you stay even though you want to go. It's uncomfortable, I don't want to be here, this is hard, but you stay. And you harness into whatever gives you strength, whatever that internal spiritual thing is. The strength is already there in you. You were born with it. We just need to connect with it and trust it. 5 more breaths. You have this. Reach through the back heel. Lift that right heel higher. You got this. Your heel is up. Bring it down. Step the feet together. Woo! Take your hands on your hips. Let's go right into that other side. Right into that other side. Lunge it down. You decide. You decide where you're at. If you need a knee down here today, fine. I don't think any of us need that here today though. So the more parallel this thigh is in the front, the further back that foot is. You want to be in a high heel back there. The more you're working. Space in the low back. Let's interlace fingers behind the low back this time. Squeeze the shoulder blades, and you can even look up and lean back. That's gonna make it harder. Pick that heel up. Breathe. Keep breathing. Stay with it. Keep breathing. We're stronger than we think we are. Maybe you want to do a little bit of pulsing. Reach the arms back up along your ears if you want. Hey, stay with me, friends. We got this. And try shrinking the mat. Pull it all together. Suck it in. Stay. Interlace fingers if you want. Lift and press the palms towards the heavens. Reach up. Still lunging. You're low. You're in it. Squeeze your hip bones together. Lift the pelvic floor. Suck it in. 3 more. Lunge more. Go for it. 2, 1. Step it together. Woo! Yourself a pat on the back. Give yourself some praise. So much of the time we point out the negative things, the things we aren't doing right. Praise. And just take your arms up and just pull in the praise. Just like bring in that praise. Bring it into yourself. And then inhale your arms up to the horizon, pick up your heels, begin to bend the knees, begin to squat all the way down, 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 down. And I'm actually taking you onto your belly. Taking you onto your belly. Lay on your belly. Squeeze your cobra tail together. Press into the tops of the feet. Firm your bum, press the pubic bone into the earth and hollow out the low belly. Take your arms long beside you and then inhale, reach the crown of the head forward and up, lift up, locust. Press into the tops of the feet, but then allow the feet to reach back and up as well. So you're lifting up, you're working this back body. Take your fingers and feel your thighs, your glutes, just feel that body strengthening and opening. Take your arms out to the side into a T and then take them forward, really reach forward. Palms are up, you're receiving here, receiving all the grace and love you need. Stretch yourself apart. As you inhale, lift higher. As you exhale, try to stay there. 5 more breaths. Inhale, reach and stay. Reach and stay. 3, 2, lift as high as you can, and 1. Release it down. You can make a pillow with your hands. Take your arms long by your sides and just turn your head to one side and just receive. Receive. Receiving the energy you've created, you've built up. Receive the love and compassion that's already there, the strength that's already in you. You just forget sometimes, or it gets cloudy. So it's through yoga, it's through being in the body, being physical, that we can just remove that gunk. Turn your head to the other side. Keep receiving. Bring the heels up towards the glutes and just let your feet sway side to side. Just release any tension in the low back. And then take your hands next to your shoulders, press up into a modified plank. Come to sit on your bottom, knees are bent, and then lay all the way down, soles of the feet together. Let the knees open. Let the knees, so supine baddha konasana. So we're laying down, it's laying down on your back in cobbler's pose or butterfly. You decide how close your heels are to your groin. The closer they are, the more intense of a stretch. But I want you to find your shape and then we're gonna stay there. If you wanna rest your hands on your thighs or your knees, you're gonna get more there too. Otherwise, just keep your arms long by your sides, or maybe you want one on your hand, one on your heart, one on your belly. This can be a very vulnerable pose, but we're receiving here. Let the shoulders be down the back. Maybe you feel your chest open a little bit. Let the chin tuck too. And just be here.
There's a world outside my door. I force my feet down to the floor. I'm gonna make it out. I'm gonna make it out. Take a breath and say a prayer. Find the strength in my despair.
Allow space between the teeth and the lips, tongue sinking towards the back of the throat, so your jaws relaxed. You're just surrendering.
All the signs I once ignored in my denial. I didn't want to face them.
receive the space you're creating in the inner groin and the outer hip. More space in the body, more space in the mind. Space to receive and create all the goodness that is out there. Space for your dreams, your desires. Slowly take your hands to the outside of the knees. Bring the knees together. And then bring your right knee into the chest and squeeze it in. I like to even hook it in my elbow. If you want, you can extend that left leg long as well. And really squeeze in. You're massaging your ascending colon here. Digestion is so linked to our health. In Ayurveda, the sister science to yoga, it's all about digestion. Squeeze, pinch, 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 massage, and then take your right knee over to the left. Your left hand can come to the outside of the right knee. Your right arm can go into a T or even reach up behind you. I like to reach it up behind me. I feel more of a stretch of my pec. Your head can roll to the right. You can keep that right knee bent, or you can even straighten the leg and reach through the toe. Or maybe you want to grab your big toe. What's your shape here? Surrender into this twist. Twists detoxify, they ring out. As you feel complete here, firm the belly. Come back through center. Move to the other side. So bring that left knee in. You can start with your right foot standing up on your mat. Just really hug that left knee in. Squeeze it in. Massage the descending colon. Extend your right leg out nice and long. I like to reach through the heel, flexing the foot. It can feel good to reach your right arm up also, so you're stretching all through that right side body, getting into that psoas, that large muscle that connects the upper body to the lower body. And then take that left knee and cross it over the body, cross it over. But keep the shoulders grounded. Left arm can go out into a T or even reach it more up behind you. Let that left hip press forward and down. Breathe. Find your shape here, your twists, any variation. Allow this lullaby, it's a healing lullaby, to just wash over you. It's a mantra. Perhaps you need healing, or someone who's really close to you. Maybe you're just sending healing out into the world, healing to those that are sick, healing to those families that are separated, healing and strength to the medical workers. As you feel complete in your twist here, slowly coming back to center. Bringing both knees into the chest, giving yourself a squeeze, and then taking the feet up towards the heavens. Reach between the knees, finding the outside of the feet, coming into your version of happy baby. Yeah, if you can't quite reach your feet, you can just hold on to your ankles. You can use the elbows to nudge the knees wide. I like a dynamic happy baby. I like to actually let myself kind of tip over, rock. It massages my low back and my waist. Even try straightening one leg and then the other, or even bring the soles of the feet together, kind of back into that butterfly that you're holding onto the feet. And then any final movement here, if you're wanting to take your legs up, just take them up to the heavens, or a shoulder stand. I'm gonna let you intuitively choose what feels good, a finishing posture before, and perhaps for you, that finishing posture was happy baby, before coming into Shavasana. Stretching one leg out, then the other. Legs are long towards the outside of the mat, feet flopping open. Let the shoulders be down the back. Let the arms reach long away from the body, palms face up, receiving. It's time for you to receive. To rejuvenate. So as you're ready, finding this Shavasana, this bliss pose, where you release it all, the breath, the doing. You just be aligned, integrated, fully connected as a whole being, as a whole soul. I am here. I am completely relaxed. And slowly bringing awareness back to your breath. That breath that has been with you since the moment you entered this earth, and it will be with you until the moment that you are called away. And expand on the inhale. Really breathe in. Open the mouth, let it go. Do that again, but this time with a good morning stretch. Reawakening as you inhale, stretch, get big, get broad. Exhale, let it go. Bend one knee, then the other. Bring them into the chest. Rock side to side. Rocking side to side. Make some circles with the knees. One direction, then the other. Roll over onto one side, whichever side is calling to you. Just slowly reawakening back into this day. bringing more of your desire, more of whatever it is that you identified that you need more of into this day, into your life. You get to choose. More smiles, more love, more presence, more acceptance, more gratitude, more joy. Riding your next in-breath like a wave, press yourself up to comfortable seats. Bring your hands to heart center. The light in me honors the light in each one of you. Namaste. I'm going to unmute you guys now.